Welcome to today's Playbook Breakdown. We're going over part 2 of our Akron Playbook Breakdown that we did previously, and we went over 3 elite sets in the trips tight end, the tight Y off, and the trips X nasty. High level sets, again, pure best passing playbook in the game. The only shotgun sets is the only knock against it, but it is worth it in my opinion. If you guys have been watching my live streams and my dynasties, you will see how I've been running sufficiently to win championships across these. So we went over those 3 formations. Now we're going over the bunch open offset, 5 wide receivers, and the normal Y off close to round out this playbook. Again, if you guys enjoy the content and the videos, do me a favor, leave me a like, comment on what you guys want to see next. Maybe something I missed that you guys are running, and we can implement that in future videos. Also, in the description, go check out our free Discord. Great community in there where we all help each other out, hold weekly calls, things of that nature to cover all your guys' needs and interests. So, without further ado, let's break down part 2. Right away, we're going to jump into bunch open offset. And again, this to me is one of the highest efficient offenses. Great for beginners, great for high level players. But especially if you're struggling on offense and you want to get certain reads, is RPO read bubble, RPO peak wide receiver screen, RPO alert out. These are going to be your 3 runs, passes, RPOs that you guys are going to want to run. And you notice here, RPO alert out has the pulling guard, almost like a trap. You're going to have RPO read bubble, which is going to be like the inside zone. And then peak wide receiver screen, also like a inside zone. My favorite one is RPO alert out. I'm a big fan of pulling guards, like for base, things of that nature. And then let us respot the ball to the center of the field. So whenever you come out a bunch of an offset, what you're always looking at here is the numbers. So you see we're going to look at numbers to the right. You see it looks like there's 2 DBs pressed. There's a third guy kind of cheating over. So based on those corners actions, we will have the screen right there. And then we have one-on-one to the left. I like the positioning of the corner. So the speed out is always going to be a nice little snap throw. And then worst case scenario, you have the numbers in the middle. So you see 4 down linemen and 1 linebacker in the middle, which will allow the run to be open. So again, kind of just pre-snap, I'm looking at the numbers. I like the numbers to the middle and to the left. Here, you see the speed out. Again, Akron has no talent at wide receiver, and we get a 12 yards off a speed out route that's just going to win. So FYI, what they're going to have to do is either play man, kind of close to line of scrimmage, and route commit out to stop that, or they're going to have to play cover 2 shaded down outside. So now we look our eyes to the right. We're going to see numbers 3 on 2, drop back, let it develop, throw it out there. And again, we got 4 to 5 yards, which isn't bad. If we had a faster guy, it would have been a touchdown. But again, this is going to be your reads for all the RPOs in this formation. So we're not covering all 3 plays. Again, here looking at numbers, you got 4 people to the right now to take away that trips. I'm now looking at our solo receiver here one-on-one. He goes out, beats the guy, and he is just off to the races. And you see 50-yard touchdown on a speed route RPO. Super easy reads here. You're just watching. Here we finally get the actual blocks that we want on the outside, and we get a nice little 10-yard run. Or 10-yard catch, sorry. But and this is just going to be super easy. All the RPOs do that. So if you're in a Dynasty Playbook cooldown, this is really going to be able to help you a lot to cycle through these. Also to set them in your audibles. You also have inside zone, halfback draw. Halfback draw is one of the better runs in the game as well. And then we're going to talk about our 2 favorite pass plays. You're going to want to run wide trail and flood. So here in wide trail, again, you don't have to change anything. This what makes this great is you have this comeback on the left if they play a man or no help. Your swing route from your running back to be a check down. You're literally going to be watching B and A here on this drag and the trail route. A is almost going to get open against every single zone. And so what you're really going to do is create the user having to pick between the drag or the trail. And if they do that, you're going to have the post wide open beneath it. So here is the drag, you see, but the trail route, like we told you, wide open. The trail beats man coverage as well. That's why this play is just so good and so tough to guard here. See, now there's no help. You got the comeback here, and we're able to get a 20-yard pass completed just off that. Here we haven't hit the drag yet. Drag's not open. We have the trail route again here, and they're playing just man coverage. So they're going to play man. The comeback and the trail are going to absolutely fry it. You got better route running guys. The drag and the post are going to get open. Here you got the post. Good pass lead. And this guy, by the way, the superstar receiver, 80 speed, just so you know. 80 speed is getting open like that. It helps obviously when you got a good throw. Here again, now we got the drag. Finally, we get a chance to show the drag. It's just really tough for somebody to cover, to take away that, the trail, the post. Just so much going on over the left side of the field. Now, and then our final play, flood. Flood, I like this play a lot. Stock. There's a couple variations we can do here. I'll show them to you. If you're going to keep RB on that route, I like putting him on a zig. He just gets to the sideline too quick in a typical flat route. And then I like putting Y here on a Texas. So, again, we're going to read here. Zig, wide open. You throw it to him, get 6-7 yards. And then here, final thing here, we're going to show you this is the flood here. And you're just going to see here is this corner route. That's going to be wide open on the sideline. We threw that a little bit early just due to the block sheds. But that's really how that corner route's just going to get open deep. You see it's about 20 yards down the field on the sideline. People are going to have their outside corners and cloud flats to really want to try and stop that. Setup 2, you're going to put RB on a drag, and now your running back is going to be on the table route. Him getting to the flats a little bit later really opens up this route to get there. Get a little bit better pass animation up the field where he doesn't turn around, and you probably got a huge gain. So that's the reason why I like doing it like this. Now RB is on this drag coming across the field. Here they run a man blitz. Backside ends wide open. Of course, we get a red bar throw. But show you here now, you got this drag coming across the field, and it really happens so quick that it's hard for the user to sit there and take that away. So that's going to be setup 2. The very last setup I like doing, I'm going to streak RB. So if there's any kind of match coverage, all the outside guys are going to get taken deep safety in the middle, outside corner. They have to go with the streaks, and the corner route's just going to sit wide open on the sideline. If you need extra blocking, leave your running back in. Maybe drag to get a little backside check down. Take a look here. Look. And then here is going to be this corner route. So, again, super easy play. That's if you feel like you need a big player. You see them playing a lot of underneath. If not, just take your check down on your drag, right? Just make them kind of respect everything. But also, if you can run out the pocket, buy some time, it also helps that corner out get wide open. Next formation, we're going to dive into normal Y off close. And again, just jumping right, talking about the runs here. Not a whole lot of runs in here. It's going to be RPOs, power reads, read options. But we do like the RPO glance post. We'll just touch on that real quick. And again, it's very simple. You have the read option with the linebacker. He's going to be playing the running back or the quarterback. Obviously, your read is watching the bubble here. See if he does. He drops back a little bit, shuffles his feet, get a couple yards. If he cheats in, it's going to be a lot bigger gain. And then here, you hand it off to your running back. Take whatever yards if that bubble's not available. The slant here, I like stemming it down one just because I feel like that it's almost like a post if it's up one notch higher. And it makes it really hard to get that off in time. But again, here, just follow your blocks. Take your 5 yards. Again, just something that you're going to mix into the offense here. So complement that with your read option. If you guys like the power read, it's very good. Zone fake jet and jet touch pass are also really good complements. I really like running the zone fake jet 2 or 3 times to start the game, and then we will go to the jet touch pass. Because what happens is people follow the motion, and once they see, okay, he's not giving it to the motion, he's only running up the middle, they just stay there, so they no longer respect the motion. That's when you hit him with the jet touch pass. But yeah, let's get into the 2 best plays in the passing formation. It's going to be red zone scissors here, and then mesh spot. Again, these don't need adjustments. If you want to put Y here on a drag, you could put Y on a drag, you can put it on a slant, leave it on the in route, whatever you guys want to do. Again, what I'm looking for is if I see single high safety or if it's man coverage, the comeback's going to win all day, every day. Aside from that, I'm making them respect underneath. Are we going to take Y? Are we going to take A here in the flats? They don't get all the way out over to the flats. We take our 4-yard gain to the tight end. Here, and they're going to give us this comeback one more time here. Throw it. We'll possession catch this one here just so he doesn't drop it. Again, nice little 15 to 20-yard gain off that. You watch they drop back. You have this quick cutting in route. Terrible throw. We make the catch. again, nice little 5-6 yard. You're just getting them to respect it. If you feel like the drag's better, put the drag in there. Here's what I like, though, about this is the running back on this corner route out of the backfield. He just gets into a nice spot against people that like to run cover 2 or shaded underneath hard flats out of zone. And then if you have a good route running back, he actually can beat man as well. So bunch of good routes in here. You see where everything wins. The only one we didn't target is the B receiver. His is a much longer developing route. That's primarily going to work against man with no help over the top. And then our other play, we talked about red zone scissors, mesh spot. Only adjustment I like to do, put B on a deep cross. That's it. We talked about this tight Y off. No different here. You got both meshes from A and Y. But if they're going to run any kind of like man concept like this is where this deep crosser is going to win. You don't get the dive and catch animation. It's probably a touchdown. But then also here, now we hit this other drag coming across. And then the last thing is just looking at the running back here on the wheel. You can pass lead him inside like this, or at the start of the play, you'll see actually some things like this. You could throw it to him extremely quick and get some easy yardage. So mesh spot is a great play. It's going to complement red zone scissors. And then the best play, which has been for quite a while, is Y sail. There's 2 setups I like doing out of this. It's either Y on a drag or Y on a zig. Y on the zig's really going to open up the backside in more. Y on the drag is going to give you this check down, and you're going to be following the flood concept. So again, make them follow, take away this drag. You also have the running back in the flats, which makes this extremely easy here, right? They don't play the flats right away like this. Take your running back, get your free 7-8 yards. Again, all about keeping your entire playbook open and manageable for all plays in any situation. Here, you see we waited just a second. You have the corner route against zone that's going to get wide open. And then now we'll show you the backside, right? We're going to watch this zig here. He kind of gets played right away. Actually, pump fakes, hit the wrong button. Corner route's wide open. Nice little dot. But, again, we're watching here. You see the guy doesn't commit to play underneath. You have the zig now. So now we're threatening not only the right side, and instead of the middle, we got this nice little zig going to the left side here. And if we can get... I don't know what happened there. Guy just got completely shook. And the thing is here, if we can get a underneath look here, this is where it opens up the backside in when they play kind of like hard flats underneath or man coverage. So Y sail, the best play. Normal Y off close, one of the most dominant formations in the game, and it's right here in Akron with all these other great sets. And then our final formation here in Akron Part 2 is going to be the 5 wide receivers. Let's just start with the best play, QB blast. Again, mobile quarterbacks definitely, but even if you have a semi-decently mobile quarterback, again, this is great for short yardage situations, definitely great on the goal line. Mix this in. Don't only run it on the goal line because it's usually kind of a tell, but you're not going to hold turbo or anything. You're just going to let the blocks develop. And again, this is going to be usually pretty consistent for 3 to 5 yards, if not sometimes on the front, and you're blocking, it can be a huge gain. Now, right now, Akron, you see we got maybe a yard, and that's the best case scenario for the defense here with a team that's like 30 overall better. But yeah, last time we're going to run this here, and again, you just see the consistency of the play. It really takes a crazy block shed and overall difference between the nose tackle and the center to get that kind of animation to hit you in the backfield. But QB blast is going to be your best friend. QB draw you can add in there, not quite as good, but not the worst play. QB blast is where it is. Then we're going to go into shock here. Now, shock is so good because you have this 5 wide, which stretches out the defense. They're not going to be able to blitz you without giving up quick hitters. So you're going to have slant from Y, X on the stem down post. But what I like about this is you have a smoke screen on the right from B, slot fade from RB. So RB is going to occupy the outside defender. If they play man, he's going to be open. But A here, you notice nobody's lined up over A. If he's in man coverage, defense, A is going to run an out route. If it's zone, he's just going to sit on this hitch for a nice quick throw. You see somebody was manned up on him. I think it was the safety. He just couldn't get down there quick enough. and it just made it for a super easy play. Again, we'll watch A again here. They kind of play zone. He's there for a couple yards. So he is going to make the right read majority of the time here. Now you have this backside slant or post, but you see he's able to hold on to it. But now you see slant, wide open. So if there's any kind of man coverage or anything like that, again, here you look at now smoke screen. Again, just take your free yards. It's very simple. You have stuff, slot fades and attack deep, slant, backside post there, intermediate that's going to get there. And then you have your option route with A and your smoke screen from B. So that's what makes shock so versatile. Then we're going to go look, and this is a lot of people's favorite plays to go to. This is double pivot. Double pivot is we got zigs underneath if they're not going to respect it. Again, right here, they don't play underneath. And the reason why this is going to be so good and get open is because you've been running them across the middle with shock on slants, or you audible them on drags, and now you're attacking the flats. So it's really going to open up the middle of the field for them to play those kind of zones. And then, of course, you got your little rounded in route there, as we're just throwing red bars here. I mean, this is what our video has become, is red bars and drop passes. So we're just going to move on from that. One other play that I like doing is I like the tight spot. So tight spot is going to give you almost like this little flood concept. I'm going to put B here on a streak. I'm going to put RB on a corner, attacking a little bit deeper down the field here. And then we're just going to put X here on a comeback. So if there's no help on the left, you have a comeback. We're threatening right away on the middle with the slant here. You see, no help. Possession catch. Again, drop it. I don't know what else we can do for you guys. You guys see it's open. But again, very simple here. They don't play the flats. You got your flats here. Get your 5 yards. The only route we haven't featured yet has been the corner route. Just really about reading the defense, if it's open or not. They kind of keep taking it away, or they're playing some kind of match concept. So just take your underneath flat routes, again, whatever the defense is going to give you. And this 5 wide receiver set is just going to be money. It's going to be extremely hard to defend. And that's going to wrap up our Bowling Green Part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this playbook. Do me a favor, like the video, sub to the channel, don't miss an upload. Come check us out on Discord. Appreciate you guys. See you guys in the next video.